Hey everybody, it's Harry from Dilbertesque BBQ, the YouTube channel that teaches you how to master barbecue so you can spread barbecue love. You've watched my videos and you've noticed that I usually cook meat on the grill, but you've never seen me do something called a sous vide. I actually have done sous vide on my website, on my food blog, and I've got recipes that are going back quite a few years. I used to enter sous vide contests and I've even won some sous vide contests online. The kind of sous vide equipment that I used was the old-fashioned water bath type of sous vide, but today I have something really fun to try out. I have the Joule Sous Vide, which is then kind of an immersion heater that goes into a device I love called the Instapot. You've seen my Instapot recipes before on my website. We're gonna cook up maybe a Porterhouse steak to see how we can get it to a perfect amount of tenderness, and then after that put it over the grill. To use the Joule is pretty easy. You take it out of the box and it's ready to go. Just some basic simple instructions for you to set up. And in this case, the Joule is optimized for a Instapot. So here's my Instapot. What you want to do is you want to, number one, get a trivet for the base so it doesn't get too hot and ruin your countertop. Fill it with water up to the line. Kind of clamp on the Joule here like so. Plug it into the wall and then you're ready to rock and roll. So once you download the app, you follow some simple instructions on your phone to connect it to Bluetooth and to connect it to the Joule, and you see this light blinking here. There are a number of lights up here on the Joule that you need to be aware of, and they come in different colors. Right now the green light is on, and the green light means that it is ready to cook. We said reach the right temperature, and the flashing red means that there's a problem. See the app, and then blinking orange means that the Joule is preheating, and then the white light means that it's standing by ready to cook. And then the top button is to start and stop the Joule here. So once it's connected to the Joule, you'll set the temperature, tell them what you're gonna cook, and you're ready to go. So what it is this is kind of a fancy hot water heater, and the difference is it's got a fan here to circulate the water. The turbine in here will blow convection current within the water to have a even cooking onto your meat. You just need to be aware that the Joule has maximum water level, which is about where the clip is, like so. And then it has a minimum water level, which is just halfway down from where the water outlet is. So you can see that the water outlet is right here. And then you gotta basically not drop below halfway according to the instructions here. Today I'm going to cook a Porterhouse steak, sous vide style. I'm going to cook it kind of medium rare to about say 128, 130 degrees, and then we're going to sear it onto the grill grates. Once it's done, to get a nice char on the outside, because once you cook the meat, which you put into a gallon Ziploc bag, the meat's going to kind of look like a little bit boiled, but it's basically going to be poached to a perfect medium rare temperature, pink all the way edge to edge. And after that you can sear. So by way of background, the way a sous vide machine was made is originally designed for restaurant cooks. They wanted to cook food and keep it at the perfect temperature so that it would hold for food service for many hours. This kind of a technology eventually went home to the home market, and the initial first sets of sous vide cookers were basically heated water basins that were very bulky and not so easy to use. The world has come a long way with the internet. Now you can buy this little slim device called the Joule. I'll leave the link in the Amazon store below in the description, and you can get one of these too, because among all the ones that are out there, this is, I think, by far the best ones. It's not terribly expensive, and you can just buy it and go home and try it and cook steaks and meat using the sous vide method, which I'll show you the final result once we cook the steak. So now it's showing green. I'm gonna put my thermal pan in here, and it is pretty close. So it's set to 128 degrees. It's within a degree off. So I'm not sure if it's my thermal pan that's off or it's the Joule that's off, but that's pretty good. So it's about just under 130 degrees. The normal medium rare is around 128 degrees. So this is now ready to cook. The green light is on. We're ready to rock and roll. All right, here's a tip to prevent your cutting board from sliding around. On the table. So put your cutting board on. We're gonna lightly trim the Porterhouse steak here. I just like to get some of the fascia or the membrane off here. Not very good eating. And you might be wondering what a porterhouse steak is. Porterhouse steak is basically kind of the lower end of the pelvic area of the cow. It's got a kind of a New York strip on this side, and then the filet mignon is right here. And it's really good eating. This is usually a meal for two. This is one that's specially cut for me. This is a what we call a 4-inch, 4-finger porterhouse. Measured 4 fingers, like so. So it is a cut that you typically find when the butcher specifically cuts it for you. This size porterhouse is usually not found in the butcher shop unless it's a special order. After you trim it, you're ready to put the rub on. I'm going to use my Slappy Daddy First Place USA beef rub. It's got a lot of ingredients in here, including some Worcestershire powder. It's got some citric acid, celery seed, a whole bunch of other stuff. It will let you get a first class result on your beef. And I'm going to get the rub all over the different sides here. Put it in a Ziploc bag. I like to use 2 layers of bag so that it doesn't have any chance of leaking through. If there's too much water, like in my case, or you just kind of ladle out some of the water so that it does not overflow. You want the meat to be completely immersed, but you don't want the liquid to overflow. Gently immerse it in. It's been about 3 hours. Porterhouse is cooked, so we can take it out now. If everything went well, it should be cooked about medium rare. Okay, it's a little low at 117. It's about 107 here, it's rare. About 112. So it looks like the 3 hours wasn't quite long enough, but we'll make it work. We'll just have it a little bit rare, and I can still cook the pieces individually if I decide it's too rare. So let's go ahead and give it a nice sear on the cast iron grill now. All right, about 600 degrees, hot enough for a sear. Check the internal temperature here. Okay, it's still a little rare at around 118. And let's see this part here. Also a little rare at 112. So no problemo. We'll just pop it into the oven and let it roast for another few more minutes. So we want to get the internal to be about medium rare. house salt on it. Garlic salt. Alright, let me start with eating a piece from the filet mignon area. Filet mignon, super tender, delicious, very beefy, perfectly cooked. That sous vide cooked it all the way to the edge. Look at that, it's really good. A bit of salt, a bit of butter. New York strip is delicious, salty, perfectly cooked, very beefy.
Breaking the rules.
Beans, you like some? People always ask me what kind of dog is he. By the way, what kind of dog is Beans? He's some kind of a Maltese, Chihuahua,
Pomeranian, Maltese.
Maltese. Okay, so he's got three kinds of.
Pomeranian, Maltese.
Okay, sit, stay. Okay, good. All right, thumbs up, Mr. Beans. All right, so that was the New York strip beans. And right now, we're going to have you guys try the filet mignon. Sit. Good. You like better? Which one you like better? Filet mignon or New York strip? Kind of looks like you like both. Right? You always like both, Mr. Beans. All right. There you go. Fist bump. Fist bump. Thanks for watching my Porterhouse sous vide video. So please like, subscribe, and share this video. Until the next video, we shall see ya.